All right, good morning. Welcome to Deep South Life 101 down in southern Mississippi. As you can see, guys, the pasture needs to be clipped again. But today, I'm going to actually start out sharpening my batwing mower. It needs service every once in a while. You have to sharpen those blades. I'm going to try something a little different today, what I've done a long time before. I'm actually going to try to sharpen them or shape them with a cutting torch today. So we'll see how that's going to work. All right, well, we're heading back here to my shop. It's only about 100 yards behind my house, but I need to change the oil in my old Dodge truck today also if I have time. But we had a lot going on. We had a call yesterday. My brother-in-law was carried to the hospital. He had a heart stent put in about 3 years ago and had a little blockage in another artery, and it looks like, in fact, he's in surgery right now. I think they're going in to do a heart cath to see if they're going to have to put another stent in. He's only 54 years old, so he's in our prayers today. But anyway, we're easing back here to the shop. That's a hook up to the bat wing. See if we can find us some shade somewhere and sharpen those blades with a torch. We're going to try that. I've done it before. Probably not approved by everybody that's going to see it, but we'll see how it works. It works great. You just heat up your blade a little quicker.
All right, what we're doing here, we're just going to drop the fork off. It's no need in bouncing the fork around or a bucket while I'm bush hogging, so you just actually pull a lever back and drop this thing down. It's a pretty neat system in itself, locking when you want to put it back on. All right, we're going to back up under here and hook up the batwing mower. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and play a little music because you guys have seen me hook it up. I can actually hook this batwing mower up anywhere from about a minute to a minute and a half. It's really easy if you have everything, from the factory. Use your jack, get it level. It works great, guys. All right, we're going to back up under my little shed because it's extremely hot and I just don't want to stand out in the sun. But I'm about to show you what these blades look like. They've got a little rounded, and so I'm going to try to take my cutting torch and just kind of shape them. And that's what we're about to do. But anyway, I'll show you what these blades look like in just a second here.
All right, so what we're about to do is to sharpen the blades here on the batwing mower. As you can see, the edge is kind of gotten rounded right here on each blade. So rather than taking my grinder, I'm going to just shave a little edge off with my cutting torch right through here on each blade. And I'll do the same thing down here on the bottom. Actually, probably can see these a little better. I just need a little bit of a edge cut off on them. And these blades last pretty good, but after so many years, you do have to replace them. Anyway, that's what we're going to start doing. Well, I can tell you what, guys, it is hot down here now. It's humid. We've been getting a lot of rain. The humidity is fairly high, but boy, the heat is a ringer today. When I'm telling you it's hot, I mean it is hot.
All right, what happened here? My gauges, I got them put on and I cut the oxygen on, and I heard a hissing noise, so I had to take it off a couple times. So I finally realized the little brass fitting that went into the gauges was loose. So I ended up taking it off and tightening it up. So we're going to just speed on through this little section here and start cutting or shaping my blades. But guys, I had a little problem. I set my camera up once I got all this done, and when I hit record, I guess my mic or something cut it off automatically. So I did not get to record me sharpening the blades with the torch. But I did run into another little problem. I don't know, the tips were kind of stopped up or something. I just could not get a good burn. So I actually ended up breaking out the grinder and finishing them off with the grinder. But anyway, they ended up well, and you'll see it did cut the grass really nice.
Clean them. These are like little mini round files that go into these holes, because sometimes you'll get a...
All right, like I said, it ended up breaking out the grinder, and we did get a good edge on it. So you'll see right here, we've got a good sharp edge, and I was real happy the way it turned out. Well, as I mentioned earlier, it is a scorcher today. Y'all, it's just absolutely hot. The humid's bad, humidity's bad. So my air conditioner was not really cooling as good. This thing has got a slow leak. This actually, about the only problem I ever had with this tractor is even from the get-go, I had to put a little Freon in it. Every once in a while, I'll put a little Freon in it about once a year, and I can't find the leak. So the dealer said it's probably in a fitting, and I just hadn't had time to stop and look. But anyway, I'm going ahead and charge it up. And once I got it charged up, it did great. It cooled off well. So I'm going to speed on through this little process here, and then we'll take off to the pasture and start mowing here before long. see, the pasture clipped out real nice. We've had a lot of rain lately, and boy, this Bahia grass is growing like you wouldn't believe. Remember last week we added 2 horses trying to help a little bit, but we've just gotten so much rain out here. And but anyway, I'm glad I sharpened the clipper because Bahia grass actually can pull your tractor hard, but keeping those blades sharp, it just sailed right on through it. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed our video today. Again, it was a hot day. We got the tractor cooled down good, got the blades sharpened, so it went real well. And those are the horses. Actually, the one light one, that one there, and the dark one, the 2 we picked up last week, they settled right in, except at my horse Dixie, and they're doing great out here in the pasture. So we ended up having a good day. And also, just to kind of fill you in, I mentioned earlier about my brother-in-law. They did the heart cath, and actually they did not do a stent. I don't really know exactly what they told them, but they sent them home, and we're hoping, praying for the best. But anyway, y'all watch these birds. These birds that'll come out by the flocks, and they'll eat bugs. So as you're clipping, they're flying up to us trying to catch some bugs. Well, we got the bush hogging done. The blades worked well after we sharpened them. Horses seem to be pretty happy out there, enjoying the fresh cut grass. They do like it when it's cut low because I guess it's tender and new grow. But anyway, ended up being a good day. I went out and clipped behind my daughter's house, clipped around the edge of that pond, and all behind that pond. We're still low on water. The pond's about 6 foot low still, so it'll be the winter time before it'll fill up again. But anyway, it worked well. Another day down here in Deep South life. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions or thoughts. If you'd like to see something different, just let us know. Thank you for watching.